Hey everyone, welcome back to the Park Tales. I'm Danny,
And I'm Megan.
and we are
Ready for another park adventure.
so excited to be here with you today because we're going on a trip
Yes, we are.
to a place that is a little bit country and a whole lot of fun. Knott's Berry Farm.
Ooh.
Now this park isn't your typical amusement park.
No, it's not.
It has a really unique history
Very unique.
that started way back in the 1920s, not with roller coasters, but with berries.
Right. Can you imagine?
I mean, it all started as a simple roadside berry stand.
Roadside berry stand.
But it's grown into this amazing park with something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a thrill seeker looking for that adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
a history buff wanting to step back in time, or a foodie ready to indulge in some delicious treats,
Yes,
Knott's has got you covered.
it does.
And speaking of thrills,
Yes.
we've got to start with the star of the show,
I think so.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Have you been on this? I've heard stories about Ghost Rider.
It's a good one.
They say it's the tallest, fastest, and longest on the entire West Coast.
That's right. It's not just any wooden coaster.
Yeah.
They don't call it a legend for nothing.
I've heard stories about those 14 hills
Oh, yeah.
and the airtime
You get some good airtime.
you get on that thing.
Especially at night.
They say it's even more magical at night
Oh,
when
absolutely.
the park is all lit up.
You're soaring through the night sky, feeling the wind in your hair,
Yeah.
and the whole park twinkles below you.
That sounds incredible.
It's an experience you won't forget.
But Knott's isn't all about
No.
high-speed thrills.
Right.
They've got some amazing classic rides too,
They do.
like the Calico Mine Ride.
The Calico Mine Ride is a true Knott's classic.
I've heard good things.
A dark ride that takes you deep into a gold mine.
Oh, wow.
And the attention to detail is incredible.
I love dark rides.
You feel like you've stepped right into an old Western film.
It's like stepping into a storybook. And speaking of classics,
Yes.
we can't forget about the Timber Mountain Log Ride.
Ah, yes. The Timber Mountain Log Ride.
This one is a crowd pleaser.
This one's a real crowd pleaser and one of the oldest log flumes still operating today.
Oh, wow.
It's got those fun little animatronic characters and a big thrilling drop at the end.
Yeah.
Make sure to pack a poncho for this one.
A little splash is all part of the fun.
That's right.
But Knott's is so much more than just rides.
Oh, yeah.
They've created this incredible living, breathing Old West town called Ghost Town.
It's not just a facade either.
No.
You can watch blacksmiths working the forge,
Oh, wow.
see glass-blowing demonstrations,
Really?
and even try your luck panning for gold.
I've always wanted to try panning for gold.
You really feel like you've stepped back in time.
And imagine finding a nugget right there in the park.
Right.
Now, let's not forget about the Wild West stunt shows.
Absolutely.
Those are always a blast.
The stunt work and the gunfights are super impressive.
Yeah.
They really add to the authenticity of the whole ghost town experience.
And speaking of authenticity,
Yes.
have you heard about Sad-Eye Joe?
Sad-Eyed Joe. Oh, yes.
He's a prisoner in the Ghost Town jail.
He is.
And he's actually an interactive character.
You can chat with him
Really?
and hear his tales of the Wild West.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's those little details that really bring the park to life.
Speaking of bringing things to life,
Yes.
we can't forget about the food that started it all.
No.
Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant.
This is a Knott's institution.
You think so?
No first-time visit is complete without experiencing this iconic dining spot.
I've heard it's legendary.
The fried chicken is legendary.
Yeah.
The biscuits are fluffy and delicious.
Uh-huh.
And the boysenberry pie is simply divine.
Stop. You're making me hungry.
It's so good.
Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant is definitely going on my must-do list.
It should.
But hey, we've talked about some of the must-do attractions. But let's get real. This park is massive.
It's huge.
Any tips for planning a day at Knott's?
Ooh, yes.
Especially for those first-timers out there.
First things first, arrive early.
Arrive early.
I can't stress this enough.
Why is that?
The earlier you get there, the more time you'll have to explore everything Knott's has to offer.
Makes sense.
And another pro tip, consider starting your day at the back of the park near the boardwalk area.
Okay.
Most people head straight for Ghost Town or Camp Snoopy.
Right?
So the boardwalk rides tend to have shorter wait times early in the day.
Exactly. And while we're talking about strategy,
Yes.
download the Knott's app.
Oh, the app is key.
It's your best friend for checking wait time show schedules and finding your way around the park.
Absolutely.
So you're saying it's essential.
It can save you a ton of time and frustration.
And speaking of saving,
Oh, yes.
check out the dining plans.
Dining plans are a good deal.
The all-day dining plan can be a great value, especially for families.
Especially for families.
You can eat your way through the park without breaking the bank.
That's right.
And remember those souvenir cups?
A souvenir cup.
Free refills all day long.
Can't beat that.
But let's not forget about Knott's signature treat,
What's that?
boysenberries.
Boysenberries.
You've got to try the boysenberry punch.
Oh, the punch is
A
delicious.
boysenberry soft serve ice cream.
The soft serve is so good.
Maybe even a boysenberry pizza.
Ooh, boysenberry pizza.
Oh, that's interesting.
When in Rome, right?
When at Knott's,
Yeah.
you gotta embrace the boysenberry.
Here's a little tip that often gets overlooked.
What's that?
Talk to the characters.
Oh, yes.
Camp Snoopy has the Peanuts gang roaming around,
They do.
and even the Ghost Town characters are super interactive.
Don't be shy, engage with them.
It's all part of the fun.
It's all part of the fun. And while you're exploring,
Yes.
hop on the Calico Railroad.
Oh, the train.
It's a fun and relaxing way to see the park.
It is a nice little break.
Plus, you might even get caught in the middle of a Wild West train robbery.
The train robbery is fun.
Now, that's what I call entertainment.
It is.
You never know what's going to happen at Knott's.
No, you don't.
But hold on, folks. Before we dive even deeper into this amazing park,
Okay.
we want to remind you
Yes.
to show us some love by subscribing to our channel,
That's right.
giving this video a big thumbs up,
Do it.
and sharing it with your friends.
Yes,
We appreciate all your support.
we do.
All right, ready for more Knott's Berry Farm adventures? We're having so much fun exploring Knott's Berry Farm.
It's incredible how much this park has evolved from a little berry stand.
Speaking of evolution,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about those classic rides,
Yeah.
like Ghost Rider and Timber Mountain Log Ride.
Uh-huh.
But Knott's also has some seriously intense modern coasters.
They do.
Have you heard of Silver Bullet?
Silver Bullet? Oh,
That's the one that flips you upside down, right?
That's the suspended looping coaster.
And whips you around like a silver bullet.
Exactly. It's definitely one for the adrenaline junkies.
Okay, but if you're looking for something a little more laid back,
Yeah.
you could always hop aboard the Butterfield Stagecoach.
The Butterfield Stagecoach. That's a good one.
Sounds nice and relaxing.
You get to take in the sights of Ghost Town Camp Snoopy and Fiesta Village.
All from the comfort of an old-fashioned stagecoach.
It's a fun little trip back in time.
I love how Knott's blends those classic and modern elements.
It's a theme park time capsule.
And while you're at it,
Yeah.
grab a park map and prioritize the attractions you don't want to miss.
That's a good idea. No one wants to end their day wishing they'd had time for one more ride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's be real, all that exploring is bound to work up an appetite.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get hungry.
We know about Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant,
Mm.
but what are some other culinary delights we should check out?
Ooh. There are so many good options.
Give us some.
If you're in the mood for barbecue, head over to the Boardwalk Barbecue.
Barbecue.
They've got some seriously mouth-watering platters that will satisfy even the hungriest park goer.
Okay, and for a classic burger and fries.
You can't go wrong with Johnny Rockets.
A juicy burger and crispy fries are the perfect theme park fuel.
Absolutely. And speaking of the boardwalk, that whole area is like a mini amusement park within a park.
Oh yeah, it's got that classic seaside vibe.
It does.
What are some of the highlights over there?
Well, for the thrill seekers, there's Supreme Scream, a 312-foot tall turbo drop tower.
Oh wow.
That'll have you screaming your lungs out.
Okay, what else?
And then there's Accelerator, a high-speed launched coaster that goes from 0 to 82 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds.
Sounds intense.
It is.
But if you're looking for something a little more chill, what do you recommend?
The Surfside gliders are a great option.
Are those?
They're these swinging gondolas that give you a fantastic view of the entire boardwalk.
Okay.
It's a perfect way to take a break from the hustle and bustle and just enjoy the scenery.
I love that it's all about finding that perfect balance
Mm-hmm.
between thrills and chill.
Right.
And speaking of different vibes, Knott's also has Fiesta Village,
Fiesta Village.
a vibrant area celebrating California's Spanish and Mexican heritage.
It's so full of life and color.
What kind of rides do they have?
You can ride the Jaguar, a twisting and turning coaster that weaves through the heart of Fiesta Village.
Okay.
Or if you're feeling brave, try La Revolucion, a giant swinging pendulum ride.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
That'll have you feeling like you're flying.
I bet the food in Fiesta Village is incredible.
The food is amazing.
What do they have?
You can find everything from classic Mexican dishes like tacos and enchiladas
Yeah.
to tasty treats like churros and escuetes.
Now we can't forget about Camp Snoopy,
Camp Snoopy.
the Peanuts themed area that's perfect for families
It's a delight.
and kids of all ages.
Charming rides, adorable characters, and a whole lot of Peanuts charm.
What are some of the highlights for kids in Camp Snoopy?
Well, there's the Beagle Express Railroad, a miniature train that takes you on a fun little journey through Camp Snoopy.
Okay.
And then there's Snoopy's Tender Camp Twister, a mini coaster that's perfect for first-time thrill seekers.
What about meeting Snoopy?
Oh, and of course, no visit to Camp Snoopy is complete without meeting Snoopy himself.
That would make my day.
It's the best.
But Megan, beyond all the amazing rides and attractions, what else makes Knott's Berry Farm so special?
You know, one of the things that really sets Knott's apart is its incredible seasonal events.
Like what?
From their famous Halloween haunt, which transforms the entire park into a spooky spectacle,
I've heard about that.
to their heartwarming Merry Farm celebration during the holidays, there's always something extra special happening at Knott's.
So you're saying there's always a reason to go back?
Absolutely.
I've heard those seasonal events are legendary.
They are.
Definitely something to keep in mind when planning a trip.
It's a fantastic way to experience a whole different side of the park.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From thrilling rides to charming attractions, delicious food, it's all about immersing yourself in the experience.
Right?
And savoring those little details.
Exactly.
Knott's Berry Farm is truly a special place.
It is.
A park that offers something for everyone.
For everyone.
Whether you're a thrill seeker, a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for a fun day out with family and friends, Knott's has got you covered.
Well said.
And folks, as always, we want to thank you for joining us on this exciting Knott's Berry Farm adventure.
We had a blast.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and share this video with your fellow park fans.
And be sure to let us know in the comments what your favorite Knott's memories are. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, happy travels, everyone.